All right, what's going on, people? Today I want to take us through a web authoring question, and we're going to use Expression Web. I know I think I've made other tutorials on how to use Blue Griffon and also how to use HTML, but today I want to show us how to use Expression Web, and I find that this is an easier method. I've shown you, I think I've made videos before on how you can use a table. But I've realized some people run into challenges when they're using table to lay out a page. So the question we'll be doing will be the 2015 question, and we expected to use a maximum of 35 minutes. So let's see whether we can do this. Yeah. So there's this. Of course, there's a case study that you're normally given. So for this, it's about Dunkas Hotel Group that someone wants to create a page for the group. So we are told Frederick, some guy called Frederick, wants to add web pages about tourist attractions near each hotel. So the web pages will be saved as London, Hong Kong, and Chennai. So basically, you're creating 3 pages. And then the home page of the website is index.html. Normally, that's the home page. So the web page will be based on this design here. So looking at this, like I said, you can use a table to achieve this design, but like I said in this video, I'll show us how to use layers, which I found to be faster and easy than using tables. So straight away, we want to achieve this design in Expression Web, and we are going to use layers to achieve this. So straight away, the layer tool is found under the toolbox. Yeah, so just drag it into your space. So when you drag it, it like snaps at the top left corner. Yeah, and looking at this design that we have in our question, yeah, that's where the logo will go, where the first layer is snapping. So just let it stay there. So I want to just come up with all the layers for the different sections for this design. So I'll go ahead and just achieve that real quick. So drag another one. So notice this is a second layer. This is div layer 2. So all I have to do is to hover over the shape until I see the 4-sided arrow. You see the handles. So I'll have to just drag it on the side. Notice now I have the second layer. And then just go ahead and size it like so to there. Go back, drag another layer, then snaps at that point again. I think there should be a way for me to just drag and drop it at the place I want, but for now it's snapping there and there's nothing much I can do about that. So I want another layer for this section here, so just go ahead and expand that to somewhere there, because the other section is for navigation links. So just drag it all the way to that point, then go back, drag another, so kind of snaps like it's a child of that other div. Yeah, other layer, just drop it there, expand it, because we are looking for navigation links. Yeah, I think it's small, mine looks bigger, so just size it, drag it all the way down, then expand this as well. Yeah, I think this is quick enough. In a span of a few minutes, I've already achieved this. So what I want to do is to make sure the logo is there, the company name is there, there's a page title, there's an image, text content for the page, and links to the home page and other 3 web pages. That's basically Hong Kong, London, and Chennai. Yeah. So according to the question, take us back to the question. Yeah. So we are told the website house style is the background color is supposed to be pale yellow, text color dark blue. So let me do the background color real quick so that I don't have to figure out that later. Yeah. Now remember, these are layers, and then I need to be on the background on the background. That's proper English. Yeah. So when I click just on the side, on the edge here, or anywhere we have the white space somewhere there. Yeah. So I think I'm on the background. So make sure here the attributes you see in here are for the properties, for the body. Notice this thing is active. I think you can also, yeah, you can also get it from here. When you go to body, then go to tag properties, yeah, and that's basically what is displaying here. So the thing I'm looking for is BG color, and it's here. So just click on that drop down arrow. Then the question said pale yellow, yeah. Let me just repeat that part, yeah, in case someone missed that. You click on the arrow or under BG color attribute, more colors. So pale yellow, I think it's that color, yeah. There, my page has now a pale yellow background color. I could have achieved this as well through the tag here at the top. Go to tag properties, pops up this window. So you click on the formatting tab, then background, you notice it's yellow. So if I were to pick a different color, this is where I will select it from. So for now, since I've already done that, just cancel that and go back to your page. Then we are told the text color, but since we don't have any text yet, just go back. Now I want the cursor to be in the first layer. That's where I want the logo to go. Now, according to the question, the information we need to create this page has been provided already. So this one will be provided. So I have all the files here. So according to the question, we need this file, the tourist file, and the images folder. So the tourist file has the text for the different web pages. I already have it open here. Yeah, you notice we have this Word document with the text for every tourist attraction. So we have Chennai, the content is there. We have Hong Kong, the content is there. London, we have it there. Then in the images folder, real quick, we have images for the different places. Yeah, Hong Kong, London, and Chennai. I think the temple. The temple is for Chennai, if I'm not wrong. Yeah. Okay, so let's go back to what we're supposed to do according to the question. Now that we have this design, use the logo you created in task AG1. Now, this one, of course, you must have done this if you're doing the full paper, starting at the top here. Remember, this is activity 3. You've done activity 1 and 2. So probably in activity 1, you've created a logo. So for us, for this tutorial, we don't have that yet. So we just pick one of these. Either from these 3, we pick one of them to work as a logo. Probably image 2 will do for us. So we need to copy this image. I think then make sure the cursor is in that layer. So all you have to do is right click in there and paste, or do Control V. Then we have this window that pops up, accessibility properties, alternate text. This one has to be provided, which basically describes what the image is about. And our image is about a logo. Just type simple text there. All right. Now the image comes in big. So all I have to do is to click on the image itself and make sure if the layers are preventing you from clicking on the image, I think at the top corner here, you can click on the image. Now that the image is selected, and you will know that by looking at the tag, the current tag that is highlighted. You see it has a different color as the image. Now just size the image until it fits in your layer. Yeah. So somewhere there, let's be careful there. All right. Then back to the question, company name. Company name, I think this is the company name, Duncas Villa Hotel Group. So I'll just copy this, and I hope it won't give me issues when I paste it. Control V. Yeah. So a title at the top is supposed to be a heading. So highlight the text after you've typed the name of the company, and then up here where it's written, it's about font. Yeah, we need to format our text. So highlight it like I said, and then here where it's written none, click on the arrow, and then we have the different tags, and in this case we're looking for heading 1. So it becomes big. Now looking at the question, I think it's on the right, so we'll maintain it there. But the size doesn't look big to me. So here it's 12 points. So I think let's go to XX large, yeah, 36, something like that, yeah. And then probably this layer, the parent layer where the text is residing, is too big. So probably I can make it smaller or something. If I can't, I don't have to stress about it, yeah. Just leave it like so. Now, by there, if you notice that the size for this is not big enough, you can change, I think, in the in the code. If you click, right now we're on the design tab. If I clicked on code and went back, remember, while that is highlighted, code, when I come back here, you notice my code has the text for whatever has been highlighted here. So the thing I want you to look out for is the class here, because it's h1 starting here, h1 ending here, style 1, the class style 1. So this class, if you go up here under style starts here and ends here. So in this whole whatever, yeah, you can see that. Now font size, it's telling us it's XX large, but I think you can specify the size. If I remove that and put something like 60, for example, but 60px, yeah, because the units for it's normally pixels, huh? So if I go back, notice it's big enough, yeah. So I went back inside the code and I removed XX large and I put it to what, 60px. So you can specify whatever number you want. So for me, this is big enough, yeah. Then come back. Now we need a page title. Now, according to the question, the first page we are creating is for this city. So I'll just copy this, but for you on your end during exams, of course, you have to type it. So I'll just paste it in there, then highlight this, and we can center it according to the question. It's centered. Change it to H1. It's not changing. Okay, if it's not changing, sometimes probably something is wrong, or I don't know. Let's see whether we can fix this. If it doesn't, we can always follow it in the code. So while that is highlighted, click on code. Where is it? It's here. Font. It's inside, I don't know, span. So if I can replace span with H1, for example, yeah, and then the other closing tag was, but in most cases it won't be this tricky. Mpaka you have to come to the code, yeah. So going back, it's heading 1, yeah, but now the size is 12 point. So let's try and give it 36. Yeah, I think that's good enough, yeah. All right, now going back, but in most cases it's supposed to work like we did with the first one, because it didn't give us a lot of trouble. So after that, below it, just click below it. In the design, we are supposed to have an image, and this is London, yeah. So go back to the images folder and we are copying the London image. So Control C, or just click on the copy icon there, come back here and Control V. Then image to describe, text to describe the image. London is good enough there, yeah. So just click on the edge of the image below that, press enter. You want to add some text, you can create more space by pressing enter twice. Now we need to look for the text for London here. So since we already have London at the top, so all we have to copy is this part of the text. Then copy it, or Control C, then come here and paste it, Control V. Yeah, so it pops up down there. So this is a paragraph. Big Ben, it's a paragraph, but I think we can change this to a heading. So highlight that and change to, let's say, heading 2. Yeah, something like that. Looks nice that way. Okay. Now, what else are we supposed to do? We need links on this side. So links to the home page and the 3 other pages. So 3 other pages, remember, London, Hong Kong, Chennai. So here, that layer there, that's where we are supposed to put a link to the home page. So I'll type home, press enter maybe twice. London, Hong Kong, and how do you type Chennai? If it's typed that way. If you're not, we can increase the size of this text. This, we are not putting it into maybe a heading or anything. Let's just increase the size to 24, maybe make it bigger, 36. Yeah, I think this is fine for me. Yeah, so that's good enough. Now we've actually done all the text. Now the thing that we haven't done is this text color is supposed to be dark blue. So highlight the text and font color here, dark blue. So I think this is dark blue. London, also dark blue. These ones we don't need to give it color because there will be links. Links are normally, they have their own color, so we don't need to give it color yet. Yeah, color will just pop up by itself. Yeah, now the home page, a link to the home page. The home page, according to the question, the home page is index.html, although we haven't been told to create that. Yeah, so what we do here is to click on this icon here. Wait, I have to highlight the word first. Then click on the link icon, insert hyperlink, or just press Ctrl K. So when you do that, where we have address, I want you to type index.html. So we were not told to create that. We're neither given that. Yeah. So just do that and click OK. So it now turns into a link. All right. Now, before we do links to these other pages, because these ones are supposed to be linked to the pages that we have created. Yeah. So what we do for this page that we are creating, the question said, save the web page as London. Yeah. So let me just copy that text, and I'm actually done creating this page, but I haven't put links yet. I'll come back and do that. So just click on save, and I want to save this in a place where the other files are. You notice I was opening this from this folder 2015. I named it 2015. You'll have your own folder. Yeah, so make sure where you're saving your work, that's where your other files are, and especially images. Yeah, so I think I should probably save it in here where the images are, so that I don't run into problems where I preview my page and I can't see my images. So I'm going to save it in this folder. Yeah, although where you save it doesn't matter. Yeah, but just to avoid chances of your page not displaying properly, so open the 2015, open images, and this one is supposed to be called London. Yeah, and then save. So it's there. Now we are supposed to create the other two pages. Go back to the question. The other two pages, Hong Kong and Chennai. So the thing to do here is, let me just follow where I saved my file. Here it is. So what I'll do, because we don't want to go and create drag layers again to create for the other pages, we don't want to do that. We want to make our life easy. So I'll copy this and paste it. So when I paste it, I'll rename it to Hong Kong. Yeah, because basically that's what they'll tell me to do next. Hong Kong, and then paste it again, the same London, and then rename it to, I think it's, why is this thing popping up? Rename it, right click, rename, Chennai, like so. So I have the three pages, London, Hong Kong, Chennai, although they still have the same image because it's just a copy of this. Yeah. So what I need to do now, I'm going to open these two pages together with my London page. Yeah. So all I have to do is to come here on this icon, open, Control O, then locate where my folder is. It's 2015 images. So I have Chennai and I have Hong Kong. So open them. So we want to make our life easy. So I have Chennai, they appear as tabs here, Hong Kong, and so I can now edit the content for these pages separately. So the London page, I won't change anything. I'll go to the Hong Kong page and then go back to my text document, copy Hong Kong, come back and replace this. Now let me undo. Let me see whether there's another paste option. Paste text. I don't want to format this again. I'm looking for paste text, pre-formatted paragraph, normal paragraph. Okay, if it's not working, let me just do the normal pasting and make sure this is, I think the previous one was H1. Yeah, make sure it's blue. Then I think I'll have to do that for, so I'll have to remove the image. Let me see whether I can replace. Okay, I can't. So just delete it and then go back to your folder for images, get the Hong Kong image, copy it, come back here, paste it. So the text, this alternate description text is Hong Kong. That's text to describe the image. paste it there. Now the text for my page should be this Victoria Peak. Yeah, let me copy this first, come back here and replace it there. Let's paste. But now I'm left with the task of making sure it's formatted to blue. Yeah, this doesn't take long. Back, this is H2 and it's blue. Oh wait, hold on, just delete this. Forgive the, why is it popping up there? I don't like the idea that it's popping on the top instead of pasting here. So I'll be forced to highlight it and make it H2 and also make it blue. So I've changed the content for this page. I need to do the same thing for this, the one for, I think, Chennai. Yeah, so copy Chennai, paste it here. Maybe it was heading 1, so highlight it, make it blue and H1. All right, the image as well, we remove it. Chennai, the image we are using is the temple, this one here. Copy it, come back and paste it there. Control V, it's Chennai, then okay. Now something happened. Why does it pop up like that? Control Z, Control Z. Why is the image coming in big? Copy, come back, edit, paste. You can say okay. The image is too big. Oh, I understand why the image is extremely big. I think there's a part where you're supposed to edit this image before you actually use it here. Now, since the size is too big for us, there's one thing I want to show us. Just scroll until you see it. But for the part you will do, the image you will use, it won't have these problems. Yeah. So click on the image until you see the image is clicked. Yeah. So click on that, then let's see, go to the code. Yeah, when we get to the code, you see the dimensions, 4000 by 3000. Yeah, it's too much. So all I can do is, maybe I want to maintain the aspect ratio, so I can specify only one unit, let's say 400. Then when I go back to design, what happened? Yeah, I think it's better. It was taking time to load. But if I feel it's too small for 400, I can make it 600, then go back to design. I think that's big enough. Yeah, Chennai. Then I also need to replace the text. But the image you will work with, remember, won't be big enough. Remember the first one we did for London, and the other one wasn't giving us the same problem. So yeah, the same issue we had. Delete that shape, highlight this and make it H2, change the color to blue, then also change the text, this one here. Copy, forget the sound of my keyboard. Yeah? It's one of the oldest. And paste, and remember, highlight that and also make it blue. They didn't tell us the size of text, so we will have to leave it like that. Now links, we need to do links so that all of them, remember, they are not links yet. So I'll do links in one page and then I'll copy paste in the other. So highlight London, click on link, then we're still in the same folder, so we need to link it to London. Click OK. Hong Kong, click the link. Where's Hong Kong? Hong Kong, the HTML file. Then Chennai, don't, make sure you don't click on the image. There's a Hong Kong image here. Chennai, it's there, the folder. Okay, so I'm done doing links for this first page. So I'm supposed to do the same thing for this and this, highlight link, but that takes forever. So the easy way is to highlight the ones you've already created, you've already linked, copy them, then come back here and replace this. Do it in the other one, do that, replace. All right, so each single page has its own content. So we're done. So file, go to file, then click save all, so that we save all of them at once. Okay, so we are done with that part, designing every single page. So go back to the folder, this one here, because the question let below that, because we've actually done all this. Make sure the part B says make sure that your web page are fit for purpose. Now, what this basically means, fit for purpose, is if someone asks you to do something, they tell you, make a website for me. I want my website to have this background color, the text should be like this, this is the logo it should have. You have to conform to that. Yeah, so whatever you make, it's fit for purpose. Yeah, so for us, they told us background color, pale yellow. We've done that. Text dark blue. Our logo is here, company name is here, page title, image, text, content, links. We've done that. So basically our web page is fit for purpose. Open a new Word document. Now this one, remember, Word documents are just for evidence. Yeah, so we will do that because they want us to take screenshots of the web pages that we have created. So we will put our information in the footer. We know how to do that. Insert footer. Normally you pick the 3-column footer, then you put your name here, put your name there, your full name, your maybe number 01, and your school, I don't know, candidate number, and then your center number. Of course you'll be given that. Yeah, for now I'll just put in that. Then you save this document. They give you a predefined name to save it with. For this, they are telling us we save it as task W1, and we do that. Click on save. Of course, specify where you're saving your document. Let's put it where our other files are, and then give it the name, then save. Yeah, and then what else do they want us to do? For each of the 3 pages, display the web page on the screen. Make sure all the content is visible. Take a screenshot and paste the screenshot in task W1. So all the 3 pages. Now, we are not taking a screenshot of this because this is where we are editing our pages. Yeah, it's like our HTML. So we don't take a screenshot of this. So we need to locate where we saved our files. Remember, we saved them in the images folder. So we have them here. So we open all of them. Actually, we open one, yeah, because basically these links will take us to the other pages. Yeah, so what we do here, they're telling us make sure everything is visible, and you notice our text, some of it is below. We have to scroll. So a number of ways to fix that. Probably we need to change the size of our images because I think it's too big. We can make it a little bit smaller. So we can do this here. So for example, if we came here and resized our image a little bit, I think that's better. Yeah, and then the same thing with this, size this, because I think they are taking up a lot of space. Chennai, the same. Squeeze, what happened? Okay, it's taking time to think. Yeah, so I think that's good enough. So file, then save all. So minimize this, go back to the browser, you have to reload. Yeah, so this is perfect. Yeah, everything can be seen nice and clear. So if I clicked on right now I'm in London, that's why this is active. Click on Hong Kong, changes to Hong Kong. Click on Chennai, changes to. So let's go back to the London page, and then you can use whatever means you know how to take screenshots. I like using the snipping tool because it allows me to highlight the specific part of the screen that I want to snip or to copy. So I'll highlight up to there. That's for the London page. Then just go back to your Word document and paste. That's the London page. Press enter. Why is that thing popping up? Go back to that, then click on Hong Kong. Snipping tool, I'll just reuse it. Just click on new so that I take a snip of the Hong Kong page there. Go back to your Word document, paste Hong Kong page, press enter, go back to your browser, click on Chennai, snipping tool, new, that, and go back to your Word document, paste. So our document will end up with what? 1, 2, and 3. Press enter in case they require us to do something else. So we've done that. Paste. Make sure the content of each page is, we've done that. We save task W1, print. So this document, we just click save, and then we are supposed to print this. Yeah, this is what will be marked. So they will check, have you put the yellow color? Is the information proper? Are the links there? Are they working? Yeah, that's good enough. So you print this. So assuming we printed, we get out of there. Then the other part of the question, open a Word document. You do a lot of this, yeah, in this question for evidence. Remember, these Word documents are meant to be printed because we are putting our information in the footer and all that. Yeah. Now answer these questions in the document that we just did. Identify one formatting technique you used and where you used it in your web page. So here, what do you think is one of the formatting techniques we've used it? Yeah. Like, for example, we formatted the color for our text to dark blue. We changed the background color to pale yellow. So they're asking, identify one formatting technique you used and where you have used it on your web page. So color, page color, or font color, each one, any one of those. Give one reason for using this technique. If we look at our page, the reason why we changed probably font color, if we pick font color to dark blue, is to make it stand out on the yellow background. Yeah, that's the reason why we had to change the color to dark blue so that it stands out. 1 mark, 1 mark. That doesn't take a lot of time. Now, part B, open your London web page, display the source code for your web page, then highlight the link to your Hong Kong web page. Copy the code that you have highlighted, paste the highlighted in. So in the same document that we've put our answers, this one here, for example, when you say one formatting technique was font color, then the reason to make text stand out, you can write stand out on a yellow background. Yeah, of course, right background. I'm just doing PG, but that's 1 mark, 1 mark. That's enough. Yeah. Then they want us to copy the code of the London web page showing the link to the Hong Kong web page. Now, some people, for these links, some people try and be clever by highlighting that, giving it blue color, and then underlining it so that someone thinks this is a link, and when it's not. Like, for example, you can do this. So you can do this, and then you give it an underline. So someone might think this is a link, but it's not. Just blue text underlined. Yeah. So to catch people who try and do that, that's when they ask you to show the code. So the code, we can show it different ways. We can show it from here. When we click on code, you can see the code, or we can also show it here. If we're on the London page, we can right click on it and then say view page source. Okay, here it is. Now let me just zoom in a little bit for you. Now they're interested in the part of the code that links to, is it London? Yeah. Highlight the link to your Hong Kong webpage, Hong Kong. So from here, we are looking for the link to Hong Kong here, hongkong.html. This is what we're interested in. So a number of ways of doing this. You can choose to copy the code, or you can just take a snip. I prefer snip because this tool actually allows you to highlight the part of the code that you want to do what to show. Let me just scroll up because I want to pick that top part as well. Yeah, that's good enough. Then new, then I'll do that. I think up to there it's good enough. Yeah, because all I am looking for is this part. Now when I take a snip, you notice there is a tip, like a pen thing here, which you can actually write. Yeah, you can draw. So what I'll do, I'll circle this part here like so. I can draw, my friends, up to there. Yeah, that's fine. So a snip, by the way, remember when you snip something, it's like you've copied. So I'll go back to the Word document and then just go ahead and paste. You see, nice and easy. It shows the code plus the link to the Hong Kong page. Yeah, easy enough. All right, I think time is running out. We are about to make sure, paste the highlighted code. We've done that. Make sure the source code for the link is clearly visible. It is. Yeah, we are done. Total for activity 3, 17 marks. Done. 35 minutes, a few seconds extra. We are actually good to go. All right, so I believe that should do it. And remember, yeah, this is just by the way, now that we are done doing our question, remember, laying out a page like this using layers, all you have to know is how to position your layers properly, and then that is it. You do one main page, you do all the formatting, background color for your text and all, then you make a copy of it so that you end up with the number of pages you want. So enough of me boring your ears, but it's still important. Okay, so let's do this. Yeah, these questions are super easy. All right, see you in another tutorial that I might make. All right.